Hey guys, in this video we're going to look at the two color harmonies that I use the most. We're going to see how complementary colors can obliterate each other. I'm going to show you a quick trick in Photoshop that allows you to predict color output when combining gels. And we're going to see a video showing my gel setup for a specific photo. So let's get it on. Okay guys, hey, thanks for joining, and please click that subscribe button. I'm trying to build this channel, and the more subs I get, the more encouragement that I'll have to make this channel as the best that I can. So I appreciate the support. What we're going to look at today is a couple things. I'm going to talk about gels, and I'm going to kind of go over two color harmonies that I use primarily when deciding what gels to use and then dealing with them in Photoshop. So I just did this shoot yesterday with Jasmine, and there's basically two color harmonies that I use, and the first is triadic and the second is analogous. So with this shoot right here, you can see a few different colors. You see at least three different colors. If we zoom in, I have yellow, which was my primary gel. I have blue, and then I have red. And we know which side the blue is on because it's very obviously, hitting her on her arm and leg here. And same thing for red. We can see it hitting. So I had the red situated on the left, the blue situated on the right, basically lateral to her. And then again, as the main light, I had yellow. Now, this isn't exactly triadic. RGB would be triadic, right? So red, green, blue. But I've noted that yellow, even though blue and yellow are complementary colors and they basically will wipe each other out if they intersect, that they work, and it works nicely in this case with red. So the idea is to stick with triadic and to stick with it literally as it's defined. 3 points on the color wheel that are equidistant from each other. And that will give you three colors, or allow you to use three colors that obliterate each other the least, if that makes sense. Because if you talk about complementary colors, they're complementary insofar in that when they are side by side, they're complementary. With gels and with light, if you actually intersect if those photons actually intersect, they will wipe each other out and you'll get white light. So in that case, they're kind of not complementary at all. They don't like each other and they obliterate each other. Now, of course, there has to be perfect settings, right? The light power for the yellow emitting from the yellow gel and from the blue gel, they have to be basically equal. And in fact, you might have to pump up the power on the blue because blue is a little more saturated than yellow, at least when it comes to the gels. And so again, that obliteration occurs when the power levels are pretty much equal. If you dial one up, it will overtake the other one. So you'll have more blue if you dial up the blue light, and then same for the yellow. That's basically the theory behind, or at least my reasoning behind using the triadic color harmony, because those three colors work well together and obliterate each other the least. One exercise we can do in Photoshop that can help you predict the color output after you combine two colors is to create two color fill layers and change the top adjustment layer blend mode to screen. And as you can clearly see here, I have yellow on top and I have blue on bottom. And when I turn them both on, they wipe each other out. If we want to go in here and change the colors, we can do that, and we start to see the output. So now we're combining green with blue, and we're getting cyan. When I combine it with cyan, I'm still about in that cyan-esque color. When I combine blue with blue, of course, we're going to get blue. And then as I move up to red, I start getting into the hot pink, magenta areas. And as I move this lever down closer and closer to yellow, what happens? The colors wipe each other out. Later in this video, I'm going to show you another photo where the combination of blue and red resulted in magenta. So That's triadic, okay, and that's what I used here. The other one is going to be what's called analogous, and this is an example of analogous. So what we had going here is all I did is I took off the blue. I turned off my blue light and stuck with yellow and then red. And as you can see, those colors dominate obviously the entire photo. So that's analogous, and analogous is basically defined as two or more colors that are adjacent to each other on the color wheel, like in the color spectrum. So another example would be this example, which is blue and purple. Okay, so I had blue as my main, and then I had purple over here on the left, lateral to the model. Let me get a image that's a little more friendly for YouTube, sorry. So, but yeah, you get the idea. It's basically two colors, and that's it, right? So, I'll play a video for you. Here is another setup that I did right here. And I actually captured the video of the gels that I was using in this case. So, and I'll go ahead and play that now. All right, for number 3 in the session, I have yellow. This is kind of an off yellow. It's like, I don't know what, like almost a peach color. That might be my yellow. Anyway, it's that color, red and blue. Looking at this photo a little more closely, there are some things that you may have noticed. So now that we know we had a blue filter on the left and we had a red gel filter on the right, and then of course our main was the yellow/peach color that I had for the main light. And we can see on the body that blue is clearly hitting here, and on the right we see that red is clearly hitting here. But what's happening everywhere else? What's going on over here, for example? We start getting hints of magenta. We get some purple, hot pinks over here, magenta. So what's happening is the blue and the red are combining to create different colors. So that's what happens when the colors start to move toward each other closely on the color wheel. They will blend together and create new colors instead of wiping each other out. All right, guys, thanks again for watching. Please subscribe and help me out. That would be awesome. Click the bell so you're notified of when I upload new videos. Appreciate it. We'll see you next time.